All right, welcome back, everybody. Our continuing live coverage of the USBC Senior Masters here on Bowl TV. Fourth round of match play. Walter Ray Williams Jr. versus Rob Klein and Mike Edwards versus Jim Starks. And we are underway now with the first frame. 3 games, total pinfall, same as this morning. Had some great matches this morning. Had a lot of people tuning in, and I hope that we can have some of that action again this afternoon. Jim Starks bowled a 300 game last round, bowled a huge set, 791 to advance in the winner's bracket last round. He beat Rick Steele-Smith, who shot 747. So there's Jim Starks on the right side of your screen. Jim finishing with 300 in that match to close out the win. Rob Klein, he defeated Mike Seville 747 to 680 last round, and Walter A. Williams Jr. defeated Ricky Woods 717 to 596. Mike Edwards working on a strike, second frame. Turns it into a double and a 10-pin lead. Three rounds in this afternoon session before we call it a day, and then 3 rounds tomorrow morning before we know the finalists for the stepladder finals tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Edwards trying to stay perfect here, and he does not. Leaves the baby split. Klein in the second frame. There's the potential for that Klein-Williams match to be pretty high scoring. We'll have to wait and see how the lane transitions, but I have a feeling there's the potential for a lot of strikes to be thrown in that match. Just watching him practice, wouldn't surprise me if both players are in that 700 range at the end of this match. And just as I say that, the old Wiseman jinx comes around, and big split there for Klein. Starks with the spare, down 8 after 3. Walter Ray a chance to jump out early here on Klein. And Solid 8-pin for Walter Ray in the third. Tough break there. You're gonna have to spot that 8-pin for Walter Ray so he can shoot that again, or shoot it. Swept it away. Done that a couple of times on that lane. Mike Edwards, fourth frame. Cooking it quite a bit out there. Edwards won the Senior Masters a couple of years ago here at the South Point. Stark's looking for a double to get back to within 8 pins here. The halfway point of game one. It's a good shot. Klein down by 12, fourth frame. Slowed down the pace of this match a little bit after it swept away that 8-pin for Walter Ray. There's a strike for Klein. Starks can take the lead with a strike right here, and he does. A 2-pin lead for Jim Starks. Edwards trying to snag that lead back, and he does. 3 in a row for both players in that match. Edwards up by 8. I could be mistaken, but I think Pete Weber just left the Lily down on 9 and 10 a minute ago. I saw him shooting the spare, and I'm at a bad angle, but it sure looked like the 5.710 to me. Interesting. Here's Williams. Builds on the lead with a double. And Walter Ray up 22 now. Well, I thought the Williams-Klein match would be high scoring. Turns out Edwards and Starks a little bit more high scoring thus far. Mike Edwards looking for 4 in a row. And there it is. He's up 18. Walter Ray gets the 10 to go to the left, and 3 strikes in a row for him. He is now up by 32. So Walter Ray continues to add to his lead. Jim Starks trying to hang in there with Mike Edwards here in game 1 of 3, and he does. It's 4 strikes in a row for Starks. Just tuning in, you're watching live coverage of the USBC Senior Masters here on Bowl TV. We are at the South Point Bowling Center in Las Vegas. If you want to check out the live scoring, it is available. Bowl.com/Senior Masters, along with the bracket as well. 2-10 split for Starks. It's going to end his string at 4. Mike Edwards continuing to build on his lead. Walter Ray picks up the 10 in the 7th. Walter Ray's got a pretty decent lead early in this match. He's up 32. Edwards looking for 6 in a row. Doesn't get the 2 or the 8 to fall on that shot. Here's Walter Ray in the 8th frame. Walter Ray firing it in there, leaves the 9 pin, ball hooked right past it. Klein looking for a double to try to cut into that deficit a little bit, and he does. Big double there for Klein. He's down 21 pins now. Again, you can follow the live scoring, bowl.com/Senior Masters. All of the Senior Masters competition for the rest of the tournament will happen on the low end between 1 and 32. There is some other bowling going on the high end, and that would be the non-qualifier sweeper that's going on. I should say high end, the other side, because it's a split house, but all the Senior Masters matches around 1 through 32 the rest of the way. Klein leaves the 210 split there, not real happy with his footwork on that shot, as he had gotten a little momentum there with a double and falls right back behind here with a split. Let's see if he can make the 210. This has a chance. Oh, just does miss it to the left. At an open frame for Klein. Here is Starks in the 10th. He's down by 32. Starks is going to be at about 214. He makes the spare. Walter Ray with a spare here is up by 36 once again. Covers it up. Edwards can get to 256 this game, and he'll have a pretty good lead after game one. Double in the 10th for Walter Ray. That'll put him in the 220s. All three in the 10th for Walter Ray, 227. Fill ball coming here for Edwards. And good spot for a pocket 710 right there. 254. And he's up by 40. Klein trying to get as much as he can here in the 10th. He can get to 191, and that would put him down by 36. All right, both matches heading into game 2 now. Walter Ray Williams up by 36. Mike Edwards up by 40. Double for Starks. Doesn't matter how they go as long as they go, right? Mike Edwards working on a double to start game 2, leading by 40 pins. There's another strike, and Edwards now up by 50. Edwards with a big split. It is a 4-10 in the fourth. Klein rolls the 2 out with a strike in the third. He is down by 35 pins. Nice shot by Starks, 3 in a row. He is down by 26 now against Mike Edwards. Nice shot by Starks, 4 in a row. Walter Ray looking for 3 in a row here, 4th frame. And he's got a pin rolling toward the 10, but it was too far in front of it and too slow. Edwards, another split, back-to-back splits. That match tightening up quickly. See if Edwards can convert the 210 here. He's giving it a run, but needed to hit it a little bit further to the left. Edwards looking to rebound. A couple of splits in a row, and now a 5-pin. Frame for Klein. So he's got to fall a little bit further behind here. He's down by 38 at this stage. And Starks with a big 4 on a 4-bagger. He had a chance there to take the lead with a strike. Instead, he's going to have an open frame, it looks like. Ray looking for a double. Comes up light on that one, 2-4-5. Jim Starks still down 23 after that big open in the 6th. Tough break there for Starks. Leaves the solid 9. Walter Ray, no problem with the spare. Walter Ray still up by 38 pins as they are past the halfway point of the match. 14 frames to go, and look at this. Starks misses the 9-pin, hooks it past it. Big mental error there for Jim Starks. Nice shot by Edwards. He's up by about 35 pins or so. Klein trying to get something going here. He rolls another 2-pin for a double. Klein down by 28 pins in the match. Edwards looking to pounce on the opens by Starks here. And instead, leaves a washout. Four-pin by Klein. Really could have used a strike right there to dig out of that hole a little bit more. Let's see what Edwards does on the 1-2-10 here. It's an open frame. Starks trying to get back on track after a rough stretch there in the 6th and 7th. He's got an opportunity to stay in this match, though, after that open by Edwards. Here's Walter Ray, leaving a 4-pin. These matches are still pretty close. Could go either way at this point. A little more than a game left. Nice shot by Jim Starks. That's a double. It's a big double. And he's now cut it to, let's see here. He's cut the deficit to 12. Walter A. Williams Jr. down 7 this game, but up 29 in the match. Nice shot by Edwards. Edwards comes up light, leaves the 2-4-8 in the 10th. So he's only going to be in the 180s maximum. Score's a little lower than I expected here on the fresh in this round. Walter Ray and Rob Klein both shot in the 680s on the fresh this morning. Fill ball for Edwards. 182. Starks throws a double in the 10th, he'll take the lead going into the last game. 10th frame for Klein. Get to 214 if he strikes out. But he leaves the 7 pin, so Edwards will have the lead going into game 3. $210 for Starks as he makes up 28 pins. Still trails by 12. It's Edwards 436, Starks 424 with a game to go. Ray Williams Jr. going to give back a few pins this game, but makes the spare. He'll still be up by 29 going into game 3. Walter Ray leads 424 to 395. As we are in our final game now of the match. Walter Ray starts strong with a strike. Double for Walter Ray. Klein's going to have to throw a lot of strikes to get in this thing, but leaves a big split there, 2-4-10. He could be in some trouble. Speaking of trouble, Mike Edwards has fallen behind now in this match. He is shooting a washout, an open frame. Starks has started with a double this game. Klein nearly made the split, sends that 2-pin in front of the 10 though. And it is an open frame in the second for Klein. Starks up 23 with the three-bagger to start this game. And another one pushes the lead to 33. Edwards needs to get things together here. All of a sudden down 33. Cut it to 23 with a strike, but he misses the head pin completely to the right. Edwards in a lot of trouble. He seems a little bit lost. There's a strike. Klein with a 10-pin. He is down by 49 at this stage. That one gets away from Starks. It's the 1-2-4-8. If he makes the spare, though, he's still up by 29 pins. The winners in the winners bracket this round will be done for the day. So the undefeated players who won 4 matches in a row are done for the day after this round, and they can have an early exit and relax until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning here in Vegas. The next 2 rounds this afternoon will all be elimination rounds. Going to have 4 undefeated players at the end of this round. An open for Starks gives Edwards a chance here. Edwards working on a double. Take the lead back with a strike right here. And he does, so Edwards is now back in the lead by a couple of pins. Walter Ray with a strike for a double. And Walter Ray is in great shape heading down the stretch of this match. Another one for Walter Ray. He's up almost 70 pins now, so Walter Ray is going to have the rest of the afternoon off. Starks with the spare in the 8th. Mike Edwards can get in the driver's seat here if he can strike in the 8th and the 9th. Another round of matches coming up a few minutes after this round ends. They've got to get the bracket boards updated and also get the names in the computers. It does look like Pete Weber is going to advance in the elimination bracket, defending champion. Mike Edwards with another strike. And Edwards is up by 19 pins at this point. And if he strikes again, he'll go up by 29 with a frame and a half to go. Edwards for a 29-pin lead. That's a little left. And he gets the strike. Split for Starks pretty much seals his fate here. So it looks like Edwards and Williams are going to win this match. And Leto Monticelli, to our right, is up by 44 pins on Contreras. And so Amleto with half a game to go, looking to stay unbeaten. And in the other winner's bracket match, Jack Jurek defeats Wayne Webb in that match. So our undefeated players at the end of the day are going to be Walter A. Williams Jr., Mike Edwards, Jack Jurek, and likely to be Amleto Monticelli, but that match is not yet completely decided. Altuve strikes out, throws the last 7 for 257. All right, well, it'll be a couple of minutes before we get started with the next round of matches. We're just wrapping up here with our 4th round. Edwards 667. Starks 619, Williams 681, and Klein 581. All right, so we will let you know when we get started here again with the next round of matches. So stand by. Shouldn't be very long, I would guess. I still see one pair that's got 2 frames to bowl down there, so it might be about 10 minutes or so, but maybe 15. So stand by. We'll be back as soon as we have some more bowling action to show you here on Bowl TV at the Senior Masters. All right, our next round, getting ready to get started here. We've had to adjust a little bit because of the lanes that are being used for this round are 15 and 16, 17, 18, 13, and 14 will be dark this round, but will be used in the next round, I believe. So we've just made some minor adjustments here to our setup to get you scoreboards and bowling on 15 through 18. Angle not great, but good enough, I think. Would prefer to be directly behind him, but there's a post in the way, so we can't get directly behind lane 16 and 17, right in that gutter cap where we like to be, because there's a giant post. Mike Moniak, the manager of the bowling center here, told me he was going to try to find an invisibility cloak to put around that post, but didn't come through for me, unfortunately. There's a split conversion for a boot, and look at the weird split left by Kent Wagner. It's a 3-4-9. Not sure that I've ever seen that split left before. These are all elimination matches. Nice conversion by Wagner. That's pretty awesome right there. Wagner's bowling Peter Knopp of Germany. And Rich Abood is bowling Ricky Woods in the other match. Another split for Abood to start off this game. He made the split in the first, so he can go 2 for 2 here. Find the live scoring at bowl.com/Senior Masters, and all the Senior Masters competition is on 1 through 32 now. The high end of the bowling center has got the non-qualifier sweeper. Rough start for Kent Wagner. A lot of splits out there so far, at least for two of the guys, for Abood and Wagner. Each have 3 splits this game. Peter Knopp with another strike for a double. Right now, Woods leads Abood by 35 pins, and Knopp leads Wagner by 29 pins. There are 6 other matches going on right now across the bowling center. Follow those on the live scoring. Woods up big, looking to extend it here with 3 strikes in a row, and he does. That's a triple for Woods. And he's up 45. Wagner down 25 in the other match. Got one more round to go after this one ends. As Abood puts a double on the board. At the end of today, we will be down to 12 bowlers left in the field. We started the day with 64. We'll have 8 bowlers in the winner's bracket. Actually, we'll have 16, 8 in the winner's bracket and 4 in the winner's bracket. Yeah, I'm right, it's 12. 4 in the winner's bracket and 8 in the elimination bracket for a total of 12 bowlers. And the bowlers in the winner's bracket have a real good shot to make it onto the stepladder finals. They just need to win one match. They're on the show. Woods leading Abood by 45. 2 frames to go here in game 1. And it is a 16-pin lead for Peter Knopp against Kent Wagner as Peter steps up now in the 9th, working on a strike. That pushes the lead a little bit further, up to 26 for Peter. Wagner with a strong finish. Same can be said for Woods here. Woods going to be in the 250s. And in the other match, Wagner strikes out back 6 for 216. .252 for Woods. Abood strike out for 200. Now he's looking at 180, so it's going to be about a 72 pin lead here for Woods after the first game. Peter Knopp can strike out for 232. Pin lead for Knopp, and Woods leads by 74. Once again, if you want to keep track of any of the other matches that are going on that we're not covering here on Bowl TV, you can use the live scoring at bowl.com/seniormasters. After game one, Shirless leads Salvemini by 35 pins. Got Peters leading Bone by 32 pins. Voss leading Steelsmith by 45. Seville and Conroy tied after the first game. Weber up 54 on Murdashaw. And Brown leading Karch by 6. So that is where we stand at this point. Of course, our matches, you can see the scoreboards on the screen here. Wagner with 3 in a row to start this game. He finished strong last game. Wagner down by 15 coming into this game, and actually that strike gives him a 5-pin lead. Aboud way outside with that one, leaves the washout, and Aboud is in a lot of trouble in this match. Down by 74 coming into this game, and Woods has started with the front 3. Turn it into a strike fest on 17 and 18. Got 7 out of 8 strikes to start this game. Oh, the big string of strikes between the two players on 17 and 18 comes to an end with that 7-pin by Peter Knopp. There's a big split again for Woods. Back-to-back splits. Abood stepping up here in the 6th, so we are halfway through the match. Down 88 pins at this point is Rich Abood. And really hasn't shown much sign of putting up a fight here, so Woods just needs to keep doing what he's doing, and he's probably going to win this match pretty easily. Peter Knopp trailing by 5 as they start the 8th frame of Game 2. Well, Woods has put 3 opens on the board in a row here, all splits. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to let Abood get back in this thing. Still a 77-pin lead for Woods in the match. Wagner throws that one away right, and no chance to strike on that shot. Woods puts double on the board to really solidify things here again. Peter Knopp, 10th frame, fill ball, crosses over 229. Wagner with the spare. He can get to 243 this game. So it's going to be neck and neck going into the last game in that match. The Abood match not terribly close at this point. 241 for Wagner, and Peter Knopp leads by 3 going into the last game. Well, at least one of our matches is pretty close here. Peter steps up here in the first frame of Game 3. That's going to be our final game of the match. Boot strikes out for 200. A little bit better than Game 1. Nice shot by Woods. Get to 223 this game, be up more than 100 going into the last game. Well, not quite 100. It'll be up 97 going into the last game. Wagner with a double. He's out to a quick start here against Peter. Wagner now in the lead. Wagner up 18 in that match now. One more round to go after this one tonight. And we'll be down to 12 bowlers left in the field. 8 in the elimination portion of the bracket and 4 in the winners bracket. And 5 bowlers make the stepladder finals, so don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that there are 12 bowlers in 5 spots. It's pretty good odds. Woods leads Abood 459 to 378 going into Game 3. Wagner has the front 4 against Peter Knopp, and so Wagner is taking control in that match. Let's update you on some of the other matches that are going on right now. Waiting for some of them to still update here. Shirless leads Salvemini 439 to 397 after 2 games. Peters leads Bone 431 to 382. Brian Voss with 6 frames to go is up 88 pins on Steelsmith. Conroy leads Seville by 51 pins, 7 frames to go. Weber leading Murdashaw by 121 pins as they've just started game 3. Brown and Karch just finishing game 2. And it's still pretty close. Single-digit match down there between Brown and Karch with a full game to go. See if Wagner can keep the string going here on the far right side of your screen. And he does. Kicks him around for 5 in a row. And it is a 39-pin lead for Kent Wagner now with half a game to go. Shot by Woods, front 3 for him. String came to an end for Wagner. As you see there, he left the 3-6-9-10 and he opens. So that match not over yet. Although the string did help Wagner take control. Front 4 for Woods. Woods with the front 5 now. Wagner and nope, still not sorted out here. Still a 19-pin lead for Wagner. 3 frames to go. There's a good-looking shot for a strike. But Knopf's working on a double. This could flip around real quick here. Woods trying to keep it perfect. 10-pin. Ends the string. Washout for Peter Knopp. Hurts him a little bit here. He does cover it up, but he's still down by 7 pins. And if Wagner throws a couple of strikes here, he can close out this match. Shot by Wagner. Best Knopp can shoot is 224, which means that Wagner needs 222 for the shutout. So I think that Wagner just needs count here. Nah, he's going to actually need a mark. Because the count, see, if he goes 9 out, I think that's 222. So that would be enough. Needs to avoid trouble here, let's put it that way. Trying to close out the match, Kent Wagner. Should be enough. Didn't go high. Well, it did go high, but it didn't go high enough to leave a split. And no, actually, he does need to make it. Yeah, because it's 221 if he opens. And that would only guarantee a tie. Let's see if Kent can seal it up here. And he does, as expected. Kent Wagner has locked up the victory here against Peter Knopp. $233 for Wagner. Wagner ends up shooting 690. Just closing things out here. We've got frame and a half to go. Woods and Wagner are going to be your winners in our featured matches, and one more round to go. They should start pretty quickly after everybody finishes, but still have about a half a game to go in some of the other matches, so it will be a little bit before we get started. I would say probably 10 or 15 minutes at least before we get started with our final round of matches. .220 for Woods. Shoots 679 in the match. Wagner ended up winning 690 to 683. Nice split conversion there for Abood. Final shot here, and then we'll get set up for our next and final round. Our featured match next round. It's going to be on 13 and 14, and it's going to be Ricky Woods, who we just saw here, against the winner of Convoy and Seville. So we'll be back as soon as they get started here. They've still got about 4 frames to go down on the last match down on 29 and 30. So it'll be a few minutes before we get going. So stand by.
Richard, still a good tournament there, you little ball. Huh? You got a box? Label?
I got sick.
Where's your other bag?
All right, boys, for our final spot on the day, Mr. Sterling. All those in favor, final match of the day. Your names on for 2 minutes.
All right, our final round of the night underway. We've got Ricky Woods against John Conroy in our final match of the opening day of match play here at the Senior Masters. Get back underway tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Our first match tomorrow morning is going to be a pretty good one. It's going to be Amleto Monticelli against Jack Jurek. And I'm also hoping that'll be our featured match, but I'm also hoping to get a camera positioned to show Walter Ray Williams Jr. against Mike Edwards, at least a little bit of it. Conroy with a double to start. Conroy leading by 10 pins early on here against Woods, who's gone strike, spare, strike. Other matches going on right now. Peters versus Weber. That's down on 7 and 8. We've got Shirless versus Brown on 19 and 20. And Wagner versus Voss down on 25 and 26. Woods looking for 3 in a row, and he gets it way right and leaves the 1-2-7 on that shot. Conroy still leads by a couple of pins here. Conroy trying to get back on track after that open frame, and he does with a strike. He trails by 10. Here as we pass the halfway point of Game 1. You're watching live coverage of the USBC Senior Masters here on Bull TV, our final round of the day. Pretty close game so far. Still early in this match, though. Another split on this right lane for Conroy. Conroy now down by 21 pins. So Aaron Smith up in Reno just gave me some information on John Conroy. They did a On the Lanes with John Conroy earlier this year. It's got some good information on it. I didn't know that John is spent the last 28 years as a paramedic. He was recently awarded the American Ambulance Association's highest honor, the Star of Life Award. He was a first responder to the 9/11 attack on the World Trade Center and the 1993 attack on the World Trade Center North Towers. There you go, a little background on John Conroy, who is in our featured match right now. Another strike for Woods. He is up by 31 now. Actually 41 with the triple. Big split again for Conroy on the right lane. 4-6-7-9 this time. Takes a pair there, but Conroy starting to fall pretty far behind in this match against Woods. now a 7-10 split for Conroy, so this one's getting out of hand in a hurry. .160 for Conroy here in game 1. Three, 6, 9, 10 for Woods. If he spares it, he can get into the 220s and be up by more than 60 pins. One update for you on some of the other matches. Pete Weber leads Peters by 1 pin, 215 to 214 after the first game. They just finished up that game. Shirless and Brown still bowling in the 8th frame of the first game. Shirless up by 24. And after game 1, Voss leading Wagner by a wide margin. It's an 83-pin lead for Voss after game 1, 246 to 163. Ends up being a 60-pin lead for Woods after the first game, 220 to 160. Just to recap for you, these are all elimination matches. To answer the question in the chat, the losers in this round are knocked out of the tournament. winners in this round still have a legit shot to make the show. They'd have to win a few matches tomorrow, but they have a chance. Woods with the front three. He is up 71. Pete Weber's got the front three against Peters down there. He's up 12 in that match. Look at the messenger come across. Knock out the 7 and the 10. 4 in a row for Woods. Seven-10 split again for Conroy. Second time this match he's left that on that lane. Another strike, front 5. Woods is in great shape, and game and a half to go. He's up by a huge margin. He's up 103 pins right now with a game and a half to go. Another strike, he'll take it. Front 6. Oh, Conroy goes a little high, breaks it up for the strike and a double. Only right that he finally carries something on that lane. Now looks like Voss is pulling away from Wagner. Weber pulling away from Peters. Peters just left the 7-10 split. And in the slowest match by far, Shirless and Brown, a half a game behind the other pair. Shirless leads by 17, actually 27 because he started with a double. I'm not sure who the slow one is in that match. I think it's Robert Brown, because I've noticed a few times that Brown has been in matches that have been very slow. And I'm watching him on the approach now, and yes, he's very slow, very deliberate. And that would explain it. Peters just missed an easy spare against Weber, and so looks like Weber is going to be in cruise control now for a little while at least. Here's Woods with the front 7. Needs to hook. Oh, look at the 7-pin fall backwards. Front 8. If you haven't gotten enough bowling action today, Aaron Smith just said he's getting ready to set up for a live stream out at the Open Championships tonight, so be sure to tune in for that. Coming up in a couple hours, right here on Bowl TV. Can't help but laugh, but Brian Voss just threw a strike down there and putting on a little show for the 12 people that are watching down on that at the bowling center. Pretty funny. And Woods comes up light, leaves the 2-pin, ends the run of strikes. These guys are into it for sure. Voss is always into it, but he starts stringing a few strikes, and you always get some reactions out of Brian Voss. It was a nice run by Woods. Had the front 8. Luck finally ran out, leaves the 2-pin, and he's up by a massive margin. It's a 123 pin lead for Woods going into the 10th frame of game 2. Breaks up the split. That's going to be in the 260s for Woods. Conroy can get to 213 this game. Pete Weber's bowling a pretty big game against Peters. Can get to the 240s. Peters only shot 179. Got that 10-pin rocking, stays up. Woods leads 488 to 359 after 2 games. Live coverage of the Senior Masters continues tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Our first match tomorrow will be a winner's bracket match between Amleto Monticelli and Jack Jurek. So that should be a great way to start the day tomorrow. And of course, we'll go all the way and through until we know the 5 players for the stepladder finals, which will be broadcast live right here on Bowl TV tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Nice baby split with a little bonus pin in the back. Conversion for Woods. Front 3 for Conroy. Another strike for Conroy, front 5. Obviously, he's not going to win this match, but I'm sure he would like to end his tournament on a high note. Looks like Pete Weber's up about 80 pins, 3 frames to go. Brian Voss is in control in the match against Wagner. And Shirless and Brown still finishing game 2. Looks like Shirley's going to have about a 4-pin lead going into the last game. Well, the dream comes to an end. Hoping we might see a 300 there, but leaves the 7-pin. And now they're just going to close out the frames here. So we do know 3 of the players who will advance in this round of the 4 matches. Weber, Woods, and Voss all advance. And Brown and Shirless are still pretty close going into the final game. It's a 4-pin lead for Shirless, as they just started game 3. 224 for Conroy. Woods throwing some more strikes at him here. Can shoot 255 this game. Unfortunately, we don't have any view of the Brown-Shirless match because of a giant post between us and the match. But you will be able to follow the conclusion of that match on the live scoring. So check out the live scoring if you want to check that out. And that's going to do it for our featured match. 241, 224 that game, 729, 583. Your final tally. Woods advances, and Conroy has been eliminated. We are back on the air tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. That is 11 a.m. Eastern time. Continuing live coverage of the USBC Senior Masters here on Bowl TV. Jack Jurek versus Amleto Monticelli. First thing tomorrow morning. Be sure to tune in for that. That's going to do it for now from Vegas. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a good night, everybody.